Hello, everybody. This is Drew Thomas here. Now, you probably remembered back in 2020 when I created Why I Hate Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Well, that was a little heated and that was a little bit harsh. I didn't really mention much of positive things, so I decided I'm going to do this again, particularly because there's a new reboot out. And I was originally going to make a deluxe edition where I was going to be even more hateful and spiteful, but at the same time, still give out positive things. Anyway, so I guess here we are now. Here is why I hate Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Only a little bit, not like a whole lot, but I still I mostly hate the classic one. Anyway, so before we get to the actual hate part, let's get the good stuff out of the way. Um a couple good things about this is that it teaches kids great lessons like counting, math, and also wayfinding patterns, and also teaches problem solving skills. And a lot of kids, and they created this because Mickey Mouse has always been appealing towards more older people. But now they have a Mickey Mouse that can be great for younger people. A Mickey Mouse that they can talk to. A Mickey Mouse that's clean, kid friendly, and doesn't have anything problematic or strange. But at the same time, still trying to keep that Mickey Mouse feeling, which is why a lot of adults love it too. And some of these kids have turned into adults and they still love this show, which I think that's great. I think it's great that they're looking back on their childhoods, remembering how great they were, and it's all because of this single mouse. All right. Some other things I like is that there are some good episodes like Choo Choo Express, Mickey's Great Clubhouse Hunt, Mickey's Silly Problem. There's a lot of interesting episodes. And now that I've got to get out of the way, let's get the formulaic stuff and other stuff out of the way. So, the show is very formulaic, in my opinion. You pretty much know what's going to happen in every episode. That's just my opinion, though. You know Mickey's going to sing about the Masquerader. You know he's going to say that the Mystery Masker tool is the surprise tool that'll help us later, which is a funny meme, I agree, but yeah. And they also reuse the same music, same themes, same instruments. It gets a little annoying after a while. Like, really annoying. Um, Plus, hearing the same songs like the theme song, the hot dog dance, mostly the hot dog dance. I really don't like the hot dog dance. It just sounds annoying and it sounds like a train wreck, in my opinion. Like, sounds like children slamming down their plastic cups, and the singers also sound a little bit off. Like, no disrespect towards Them Might Be Giants. They've made some great songs like Istanbul, the Town Heroes theme, Particle Man, the theme song for Malcolm in the Middle, and um, they even did songs about Audition called I Can Add, and they even did the part of it in Spanish. They also did the music for Coraline, like the Other Father song was actually sung by the main singer of the band. They were originally supposed to do all the music, but they only just did that song because, well, they wanted to give it a dark feeling, pretty much. In which They Might Be Giants is supposed to be like this weird sounding band, so that's why they do songs like Istanbul or Hot Dog or I Can Add. They try to keep it wacky, but at the same time appealing. Anyway, now let's talk about Wayne Allawine's Mickey voice. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so we'll just say Wayne's Mickey voice. I've always loved his Mickey voice and like other stuff, but after a while in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, you can tell he's getting old. Because his voice just sounds deep and it also sounds a lot lesser and less like Mickey. So, no disrespect towards him or his death, but well, I feel like Iwan, Allwine, Brett Iwan, I don't know. I feel like Brett is a better Mickey in my opinion. Because he still gets the Mickey Mouse voice. Even in the reboot, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus, he still has a good Mickey voice. Albeit still talks a little bit slow, just like Wayne's Mickey, although it's not like super deep. Like, Brett is a great Mickey. I'm just gonna say that right now. He became the voice of Mickey Mouse after a few episodes later, but well, ever since Choo Choo Express, he passed away. But there's still the remainder of his episodes recorded by him, and then eventually Brett took the wheel. Anyway, now let's talk about the other characters. Minnie and Daisy, I feel like, are a little bit too nice. And I see why. It's because in the cartoons they're pretty hardcore. Like they were mean. However, in this show they wanted to make them kid friendly, so they had them be nice. Donald, he loses his temper. Love Donald. Nothing changes Donald. Gotta love that Donald. Goofy, a lot of his antics are hilarious. I like to say that, but I do find a little bit of stuff about him strange. His stance looks a little weird, but I can let that pass. Um, for some reason, he's obsessed with letting his feet stink, which is just wrong. It makes me think he has like a foot fetish or something. Ugh. Anyway, there's other characters too, like Professor Von Drake, Chip and Dale, Pete, and Mortimer Mouse. Ha cha cha and stuff like that. I like how the reboot has like different variations of the characters. It's also gonna have appearances by the three Caballeros and a few other characters, including Cuckoo Loca and a few more other characters. Anyway, my overall rating for Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is 4.5 out of 10. Not the worst Disney show ever created, but at the same time, not the best in my opinion. Anyway, so that's all for this video. Subscribe to Drew Thomas and don't forget to click the bell icon. Anyway, this is Drew Thomas signing off. Good night and see you real soon.